She, oh Lord.
Because I got my ambiance going today. You know?
I see.
Yeah.
Sure. Let me share it a couple times. Quick. Real quick.
See what color.
I was out live on the page. Okay, I see you. It's live on the page. Just stir.
See the can I see
Huh?
it on my ear?
You should go look at
Am
my
I able
page.
to
It's on there.
see who's actually tuning in?
Who's
I
actually
got
on
your
the
page and see. Okay.
who shared it? Let me
Yeah.
see. It said I shared it. I ain't shared it yet. Whatever. Let me share it though now.
I ain't shared it yet.
Because I didn't like. I'm right here. I know I didn't share it. I don't even. Oh, it's not public.
Yeah,
Bitch, what? I gotta
how's
make
it?
it right. It says only I can see it. Bitch, what?
That's what it said.
Done?
Nah, baby. Click on it and put public.
I just did
Now.
because I made it public because nobody has time for that. Who I'm like only me can see. Okay, it's public now. We're public.
Yeah.
We're definitely public. Why would it do me like that? And nothing on my page is only I can see it. This is disturbing. Share it to your story. It is. I'm just a little bit disturbed by this because. And listen, anybody listens on a podcast is about to hear all this stuff because I don't edit none of this because ain't nobody got time for that. I didn't want to share it to my profile. See, Facebook don't like me that much.
We're having a couple of difficulties. Just bear with us.
Just because somebody wants to share a video and stuff. Just me want to share the video with people and. Listen, me and the internet get along. I am working on it. Me and the internet struggle just a little bit, not a lot. We struggle a little bit, but I'm working on our friendship. Me and Facebook struggle. Me and TikTok struggle. Me and Instagram struggle. Me and Twitter have not had any issues. Okay, so it's public all around the board now. Okay, we're good. It's public everywhere. It's on both pages. Bam, we're good. We got action. Let me check. It's public. It worked this time. Y'all understand? It don't always be posting like I post. It does what it wants to do. But anyway, let's go on and get this started. We're here. We're 3 minutes in, and y'all done heard every struggle I done went through this.
Right.
Y'all be all right, though, because y'all love me. So listen, we call this episode simply Pleasure. The reason that I call this episode Pleasure is because, I like pleasure. But not only that, we got Miss Tiffany Elle, sexologist. I hope she know I'm gonna put sexologist in her name. I'm gonna run that sexologist up. You feel me?
In the ground or into the sky.
We're gonna run it into the sky. We're gonna run this sexologist up, The Principles of Pleasure Expo is happening. And y'all listen, if I didn't said it to you, I probably didn't call it the Pleasures of Principle. I probably didn't screw the name up a couple times. Don't charge it to my heart, my head. But the Principles of Pleasure Expo, it is the first expo of its kind in Kentucky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in Kentucky, in Louisville. Like, y'all ain't had this yet. Y'all, I don't even know if y'all ready yet. But if you ain't ready, you got to get ready. Because it's happening next month.
Yes. Yes, it is.
November 19th to the 20th. Like, how excited are you about this?
I'm extremely excited, and I'm human, so I'm nervous as hell. Because
it's me.
I'm a title over her. But I'm nervous, but I'm super excited about it because like you said, it's the first of its kind. And I'm grateful and ecstatic to be the one to be doing it. Like me and the team, like we've been in the paint trying to bring this to life. Um, there's a lot that goes in that's gonna go into this convention. So I hope everybody that comes actually indulges in the things that they are interested in, that they want to learn, because there's going to be a lot of resources, a lot of entertainment there for anybody and everybody, from mental health to sexual health to pleasure, clearly, and kink. I mean, you know, we'll have resources and information on all sorts of things to include kink and safe play and safe practices. So whatever your pleasure interest is, you should have that at your fingertips between November 19th and 20th of this year.
So where did the idea come from? What made you come up with this? What made you sit down and say, I want to do this expo?
So last year in December, we got invited to Exotica, DC. And I was just in awe because I had never been to anything like it. And it is just all it's so liberating because there's no judgment there, and that's what we stand on, like no judgment, body positivity, sex positive, empowerment of people of all kinds. So to be in a space where everybody just felt free and comfortable in their skin, in their pleasures, their, you know, whatever their kinks and fetishes were, any interest, it was there. Like, and you didn't have to worry about like looking over or eyeing somebody side eyeing you and what you're indulging in. So who you were talking to, or, you know, whatever. So when we got invited back and went to Chicago in April of this year, I was just like, this is it. Like, we doing this shit for real. We doing it. And the push was, as you know, from my injury with me not being able to go overseas earlier this year, that was my push to do it. Like, I've been thinking about it, and I just felt like it was a sign. There was obviously a reason. There's a reason for everything, right? There's a reason why I didn't get to go overseas, and I was ready. But there's a reason for everything. So I had a lot of time to sit down and think and implement some things, do a lot of research, and I was able to discuss it with my team and see how they felt. Yeah, and this is where we at. It was birthed during an injury.
Listen, and I agree. Exotica is different in a good way. It is definitely amazing. Like I've never been in an area, a room with so many people who are just confident in what they do, and nobody looking at me. I'm looking at you like what, but not judging you in a way. Just you can be yourself at Exotica, and I think that is amazing. So I'm excited about it coming to Kentucky because I feel like although we have certain different groups in Kentucky, I feel like Kentucky's still a baby. I feel like Kentucky is still not matured in the sex area for real. I mean, because until recently, a lot more of us sexpert sexologists, the words are interchangeable, y'all, in case y'all didn't know. You can call yourself a sexologist or sexpert. We're cousins, same word, different, you know, whatever word we choose to use, just so y'all know. But like recently, a bunch of us came up on the scene. It wasn't, you know, when I was studying it, I'm like, do we have any here? And I'm pretty sure we might have had some, maybe not of color, because I didn't see a lot of them. And so that's what made me go do that. And then now it's a few of us on the scene, and it's like in 2022 for us to just be getting this, you know, Chicago's headed, everybody else is headed. It's like we're babies here in Kentucky. It's time, but I think Kentucky's ready. I honestly do. I said I know they wasn't ready, but I think they're ready for something different because the way that they embrace the events that we put on in this area says a lot. They love it. They come out. They sell us. And so I know Kentucky can do this. Listen, before we continue this, I need y'all to buy some tickets. I need y'all to go on the site and buy some tickets. I need y'all to go on Eventbrite. You can type in the expo name on Eventbrite. You can go to Central Bliss Life and the ticket link is there. CentralBlissLife.com. We need y'all to buy tickets. Cause listen, I'm gonna be there, y'all. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there all weekend. I'm gonna be hosting a class. Practice safe sex, we're gonna call my class Fuck Yourself. I'm gonna teach you how to fuck yourself. We're gonna take self-pleasure to another level. We're gonna step it up a notch. I'm also gonna be hosting that weekend, which I'm excited about. I'm excited to see other people in the element. I'm excited to see all the different vendors, all the other classes, the panels. Like all of that stuff is exciting because even though we're sexperts, sexologists, or whatever, we never stop learning.
Ever.
And it's exciting to see other people come and stuff from a different angle. I'm more excited like about the BDSM because I told y'all time and time I'm a baby. So I love seeing other people teach it. I don't know if I'm ready to try it. Okay. But I like seeing other people teach the classes and seeing other people enjoy it. So I'm ready to see that. We're gonna have some demonstrations.
Yes. One of our demos is held by Lyric with Beyond the Shade. As you know her, but a lot of people don't know her. So she'll be doing a demonstration, a BDSM demonstration on the stage, and she will also be teaching a seminar. So definitely looking forward to that. I am going to try to attend as much as I can, but as a coordinator, that's kind of hard.
And think about it, Exotica, it was hard to attend so many things, and it was hard at Exotica to get to the classes, trying to see what's going on out here on the floor. It's a lot at the same time, so everything is just going. At Exotica, I'm like, I didn't go to any classes this year, and I'm like, dang. Last year I went to some. This year I'm like, what was I at? All over this floor. Exactly. Like I was everywhere else, but where I needed to be. I didn't get to see Tayomi's riding class, but I've seen it the year before. But I was just like, it's so much going on at these expos. You stay ready and gotta get ready. Y'all better plan y'all day out. Y'all gonna have a program. Y'all better be like, I'm gonna go her at this time, her at this time, her at this time.
Absolutely.
Because
plan your visit out, plan your days out, because it's definitely going down.
So what are you most excited about the expo? Like,
probably the seminars and the performances, because I love entertainment. But like you said earlier, we're always learning. So I'm most probably top of my list is the seminars, because like I said, I'm gonna try to make it to as many as I can. But again, as the producer of the event, it's gonna be hard. But I do, I have people that'll be working and volunteering to assist to make sure everything flows the way it needs to flow. So we will have a great fun-filled, educational-filled, resource-filled weekend, entertainment-filled weekend, because there is going to be some awesome performers. So
we're going to do the challenge.
Hey, we do whatever challenge y'all want to do.
I ain't gonna participate in that challenge. I just want to see somebody. Listen, my knees might not be good that day. Listen,
mine is definitely by the day. So let me know how they gonna act today.
And what's crazy is just going off of that. I think people assume that because we are who we are, we can do everything sex perfect. Listen. So I tell people all the time, I'm made. Listen, my upper body's heavier than my lower body. Okay, so my legs ain't as big as they should be for a big girl. You feel me? it's hard to ride, to get down and bounce on these legs. Sometimes I can do it, but sometimes, and I was in a wreck a few years ago, and my knee ain't never been the same. Um, I'm gonna scoot. I know scooting ain't for y'all, it's for me. But I'm gonna scoot, I'm gonna bounce a little bit, I'm gonna turn around, you gonna have to put your knees up behind me to help me out. We gotta work this out. We gotta work this out because
Hey, it's a team effort.
listen, you got needs for a reason. You better help me bounce on. You better use your hands to help me bounce up on. Like, what are you doing? Why are you still in there watching me
Like
struggle?
you be talking about lazy sex. Dudes give lazy sex too.
And they do. And listen, I don't want to put in all the work. That is not no fun. I mean, sometimes it's cool, but fuck back. Like, but the I want to see the good knees challenge. Um, if I got good knees that day, y'all might see me do it if they there. We gotta wait until the day of to
I
see.
have to have somebody there to help us up.
I need somebody stand hold me, hold me up. Look, be ready. I need paramedics on stand just in case the good knees challenge doesn't go right. Because baby, I can't promise you nothing. Like I think that's probably one of the kinds of being in the field is people assume that we're everything. Like one of the kinds. Let me tell y'all something. This is crazy. How many people have told me that they're surprised I've never messed with a girl, and I was like,
Oh, I
damn.
get that shit all the time.
I was like, so I got to be like bisexual to be who I am. What kind of shit? Like it's crazy because being heterosexual in this field is actually harder than being anything else because there's not a lot of heterosexual women in the field. That's crazy. More people more women in the field are typically, and there's men in the field too, but I know a lot of the women are typically bisexual, pansexual. That's a word, right? Um,
Yes.
listen, listen. I'm trying to think of all the terms. There's a lot of words. Um,
Definitely.
they're non-binary. A lot of them are non-binary. They identify as what they identify with. So there's a lot of different people in the field, and just being a heterosexual in the field is actually harder. And people just, it's crazy that y'all assume that I just slept with a woman
Like
because
they
I'm a
can't wrap their head around it or something.
did I like listen, I support everybody, but I like dick. I like dick born on a heterosexual male. Okay. Like a cisgender man. Let me say that. Is that right? Did I get it right? Cisgender man? Yeah. I think that's what I mean. Don't hold me to it. If I said it wrong, don't y'all beat me up because I'm learning still. Listen, I am. I'm still listening. Being in the field, I'm trying to learn every little thing there is. And I ain't got it all yet, but we're going to get there. But speaking of, so we didn't talk about the expo. Now we're going to talk about, listen, before this, y'all know I had a call Tiffany and we was like, what we going to talk about? You know me. We always, we be on some stuff. I called it pleasure, so I left the door open for a lot of stuff because my pleasure is different from your pleasure, different from her pleasure. But we were just gonna talk about, what brings you pleasure. In the comments, tell me what brings y'all pleasure. It doesn't necessarily have to be sexual, but if it is sexual, thanks. But it
Feel
doesn't
free
necessarily
to
have.
list.
What'd you say?
I said if it is sexual, feel free to list it.
Yeah, please feel free, listen. But what brings you pleasure? Like, because what is Sigmund for? What I say Sigmund Freud said earlier? Oh, that shit. What the fuck he said? He
Somebody
said
said food.
pleasure. People tend to want pleasure to avoid pain.
Yes.
Um, said that's crazy that he said that back in the day because I get it, people want pleasure without the pain, meaning you want to be pleasured maybe without the heartache or something. But it's crazy now, BDSM the thing, so people want the pleasure and the pain. People are not, so it's crazy that Sigmund Freud was trying to say what he said, and then here we are in 2022 talking about smack me harder, choke me, pull my hair, and
It's
that's
kind
not
of
what
the
he
same.
meant.
To be honest, I think that being that it was so broad when he said it, yeah, he probably
Yeah.
was talking in that sense, but BDSM dates back
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds.
let's be realistic. Everything dates back. I think it's just more to the forefront because I mean, real sex been a thing since since I wasn't supposed to watch it.
Right.
Real sex taught me a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have known. But I did. And what's even more amazing was I was so young, but I was so like, ooh, what's next? Ooh, is that a new episode? Man, I already seen this episode. I won't watch this again. That's crazy. But so a lot of this stuff has been out but I think it just didn't come because where was they in Vegas doing that?
What, real sex?
I think Vegas has always been one of them cities that's been free to do what they want to do. Because it looks like they was in Vegas. They look like they was in Vegas to me. I mean, the Bunny Ranch is in Vegas. Not Vegas, but it's in Nevada. So I think Nevada was just more free than a lot of people. But yeah, I know where Sigmund Freud was going. I don't really know what he meant because he ain't my friend, and then I can't really ask him. I got to read the full book to know what he meant. But I think now pain. A lot of pleasure does involve pain because I mean, when you have sex, it hurts. You get your hair pulled, smacked, spanked. A lot of that shit be hurting, but it feels so like it hurts so good. But somebody said food brings.
Yeah, I seen that.
Food brings me pleasure too. Chicken wings.
Have you ever noticed people that when they eat, they get happy?
Food gas. They be having food gas. Have you ever ate? They be like, be all into the food where you have an orgasm. Yeah, you just had a food gasm. Like food definitely. Food is pleasure. I guess pleasure for me specifically is actually helping people. I get pleasure from helping people. That's the reason that I did choose the field that I chose. I get pleasure from helping people. I specifically get pleasure from helping people improve their sex lives. That is one of the most amazing things to me. How many people, need that help? It brings me pleasure to help y'all. Like it brings me pleasure to give other people advice. And when people are excited when I give them advice, I'm like, golly, this is amazing. Self-care gives me pleasure. Masturbation definitely gives me pleasure. It's one of my favorites. Hence why I'm teaching the masturbation class. Listen, call me a queen masturbator with a boyfriend. Queen masturbator with a boyfriend. But I am the queen of masturbation. It helps me clear. Not only is it the pleasure of it, it helps me clear my head. It relieves my stress. When I orgasm through masturbation or through sex, it relieves my pain. So I use for other ways. I tell people all the time, if I'm stressed out, I'm gonna masturbate. If I can't think straight and I can't figure something out, I'm gonna masturbate. It clears my head. It does what it needs to do for me. So those are some of the things that bring me pleasure. What brings you pleasure?
So on a sexual aspect of it, I guess, definitely sex, if it's done right. Intimacy, that's big because it starts way, 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 way before sex. Self-care for sure. And my self-care, what you say?
I said I think intimacy is a lost art.
For hell yeah. Self-care for sure, like you said, but my self-care encompasses a lot of different things. It could literally be sitting on the couch watching TV and not moving, like just sitting in stillness. That's a form of self-care for me because what I'm doing in that moment is something that I rarely get to do, and that's watch TV. But also, if I'm that engaged where it looks like I'm in a daze, I'm not paying attention to that TV. I'm downloading what happened throughout the day, throughout the week, like whatever. I'm actually downloading, and that is actually that's self-care for me because I take on so much, and I have so much going on but I'm also an empath, so I take on other people's issues. So I have to take time to download and release the things that have went on in my day. So when I release, I feel lighter and I feel so much better. And that bliss, like that feeling of just floating and just being like feeling light, that's a whole nother form of pleasure for me, because for so long, for so many years, I was just compacted with so much other shit that probably didn't even have anything or much to do with me. And I didn't know how to channel or handle that for a long time. So this state that I'm in right now, I say bliss because I legit just be floating, baby. And that's pleasure for me because I was angry for so long and heavy for so long. Um, I we gonna say, well, I have to agree with you on masturbation, even though it wasn't one thing I initially said when we
It's
talked
life.
earlier, but it's a must.
Listen, I tell people all the time, they be like, something, masturbate. They be like, what? Masturbate. Like, stop playing, masturbate. Like, it releases so much when you're frustrated. I mean, it helps you release a lot. Like, that release not only releases that feeling that you need, it releases everything. Everything. Because I forgot to mention reading. Reading actually brings me pleasure, y'all. I done read like 464 books this year. So I cannot leave reading out
Yeah.
of it. On my Kindle, on my phone. I
Oh,
download 2 to 3 books a day sometime. I love reading, and a lot of them because it takes me just out of my element for a while. It takes me to somebody else's world, see somebody else's issues, even though it's a fake character. A lot of them are thugs in a book, and I just think I'm a thug when I'm doing. You feel me? I'll be ready. I'll be ready. I ain't got no gun. Listen, I'll be ready for some stuff. But the books are, it's amazing just to see what other people, what other people's thoughts are, because somebody had to sit down and write this book. And
yes.
then on top of that, I found myself sometime analyzing the book. Cause like, so one girl wrote one time, and I wanted to write her and tell her, you should take it out the book. Cause she was like, this person used baby oil to lube themselves up. And I was like, what they gonna do? They gonna have sex with the baby? They gonna have sex with the baby oil? Like, they gonna do that? The baby oil? Hey, but you ain't put the part in there where they might catch something. Like, you left out the extra part. If you're gonna write it in the book, put the part where they might catch the STD. Like, and I'd be reading some, and I just be like, what made you think about that? The sex scenes also help out because I like to visualize and see what I can see these people are doing. Sometimes I want to be like, bitch, what? And the other times I'm like, this is amazing. Like, so the books do have sex scenes in them, of course. I love erotic books for sure. Um, because like I said, I like to see what other people's heads is, because you didn't just come up with this scene for nothing. You was thinking about this shit. So
Right.
reading is definitely one of my uh you asked my boyfriend, I probably read too much. Law and Order is a pleasure too.
It's a
Law
Law
and
and
Order.
Order.
Yeah, Law and Order definitely brings me pleasure. Like, I think when you said something about you take on other people's issues, so like these past couple of years, I realized that I involve myself in people's issues too much because they like to talk to me about them, and then I'm trying to help them figure it out and blah blah blah. And so I think people have realized that this year and last year, I haven't been trying to help you figure stuff out. I can only go so far. I'll help you as far as I can, but I can't take on your issue because my mental can't handle that. My mental was being messed up by me taking on your issues, me worrying about what I got to worry about, but me playing like I'm okay because I'm listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
I had to let other people's stuff. I got a 13-year-old. She gave me enough
Right.
issues. I don't need nobody else's stuff. If you're not happy, I'm gonna still be happy. I'll try to figure out why you ain't happy while I'm smiling. Don't ask me why I'm smiling and you mad, because I can't take on your madness. I gotta be happy. Like, I'm a natural giver. I can't give you my happiness, but I gotta hold that on. Like, I had to realize that over these past couple of years, I can't have it. That brings me pleasure to just worry about me and my child for real. You know what I'm saying? Because teenagers are a lot
Yeah.
to worry about. That they are stressful. I didn't know it got like this.
Hey, listen. I'm going through it with my son, so I already know.
Did nobody want to warn nobody? Like, y'all ain't want to tell us?
Somebody could have
It's not.
warned me.
We only going through it one time. Did nobody want to tell us what it was like having a child?
Nah, I guess they figured she just got one. She be all right.
Especially an attitudey little girl who acts where you get acting like I get it from you, mama. I'm not that bad. I was not that. Mama, was I that bad when I was younger? Act out my mama and be like, Mama, was I acting like this? And my mama be telling her that I acted like that, which I don't like it. Then my mama be agreeing. Because I don't feel like I acted like that. But having a child, running a business, trying to work and all that, that's stressful. So we can't take on nobody else's issues. And this business in itself is the sex part for me is business in itself is already hard because I gotta keep defending what I do to people, which I stopped doing that too. Like guys be like, "Well, what are you for?" You know what? You can book a session, you can find out. I even keep it moving at this. I'm not.
That
I'm
part.
not.
That part.
I'm not gonna defend what my profession to you. I'm not gonna keep telling you why people need my profession. Because trust me, if somebody didn't need it, we wouldn't be here. But that's for anybody, any profession. We can't keep you can't. It's pleasurable to not defend yourself. Either book me, I move on. At this point, like you got some money, are we not talking? You need a consultation. How long you want the consultation to be? You got some money? Are we moving on? We can't do this no more. Like we can't keep justifying our business. Business is our business for a reason. There's gonna be a lot of pessimistic people out there. We can't worry about them. I learned that, especially men make it the hardest in this group. Men think that, well, I'm a sexpert too. You want them? You hear me? So I can refer you.
You hear me?
Listen, I can refer you to my classes. I get a little cut if you want to go ahead and take these classes. Because y'all be saying y'all sexpert, but y'all don't be willing to learn. As a sexpert, a sexologist, relationship coach, whatever, we're always willing to learn.
Most definitely.
Willing to grow, to learn other things because, baby, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Look at Veron talking about, hey, man, listen.
No, for real. Like, the biggest thing for me, though, like, that irritates me is that the men, they just always act like they know everything, which is one of the reasons why. I did not mean to click on that.
Look at her. Listen to
it won't go down. Is that they won't, like, speak up. Like, when we need questions answered to try to answer questions for other people, our clients, we a lot of times get questions from females. So we probe for answers from men, and we rarely get realistic answers. Or we can't get them to come to events, informative events, and get them to participate. So that's why I think it's harder for men to understand or wrap their head around what we do.
Yeah, I agree because it is like pulling teeth together. That's why, the painting sip, I did female body paint models. So I wanted more men to come, and it's still like females buy it out. So listen, and that makes a point real quick. This is really off topic, but they say people don't support you. Females don't support you. At my event, the painting sip I do, I don't know half them women, and they support me. I don't know who they be, none of that. And they all come in there with good attitudes. When I go to Tiffany's events, I don't know half them women when I host something, and they are all welcoming and everything. So I don't know where y'all be like when people don't support. I be trying to figure out where they are not supporting that because they be supporting.
I can't relate.
And we don't know people. They're like, I'm your Facebook friend. Well, hey girl, what's up? Or, you know what I'm saying? We've never met these people in our lives sometime. People support good stuff. Mm-hmm. But people support if you keep complaining about them not supporting. Because if you keep complaining about people not supporting, I was supporting you, I'm not gonna support you no more.
That right there. You just said a word.
Listen, I be trying to tell them. I mean, like I said, like when people say that, I'm like, y'all know my last 3 painting tips have sold out. I don't know half of these people. I don't know where these people came from, where these people, none of them. And they supported me. And they mostly women, literally. That is dope to me. So I'll be trying to figure out what they be talking about. I'm like, it's the way you come off, because if you keep on pointing out the non-supporters, the people that support you are gonna get mad eventually. Like they're not gonna keep supporting you. Because your events been sold out and it be a whole bunch of people from all walks of life. Like
Yes.
everybody. It's not just black people or none of that. It's all walks of life.
You gotta quit putting that bad energy out. Because what you put out is what you receive. And I'm firm believer, definitely experienced it. So once I changed my mindset, and once you change your mindset, you'll see things shift and a lot of things change when it comes to you and your business, because nobody wants to be around a whiny ass, complaining ass person. So keep that in mind.
No,
Keep that
no, but it brings me pleasure to see y'all not complain. That
right.
brings me, because when y'all complain, it's a pain in my ass. And I be like some of y'all because y'all complain so much, and I just be like, why y'all making another post about who's not supporting you?
Man, listen.
And then they be like, your friend, strangers support you more than your family. Where do y'all find y'all family members at? Who y'all relate?
My family supports me tough.
And you done seen look, you done seen my people. Tiffany be like, yo, people's bought tickets. Yo,
Man,
look, you know the like.
listen, it was so many woofers on that Eventbrite list for this expo. I'm like, okay.
To the paint and sip, and my people's be there working. My cousin came. She was like, she ain't working, but I'm gonna buy a ticket. She didn't have to buy a ticket if she didn't want to buy a ticket, because that's my close cousin. She bought a ticket. She painted. I be trying to figure out where y'all find y'all people, and my cousin them all set up the whole event for me. Like, where do y'all find y'all family members at? Y'all got bad cousins and sisters, because
Yeah.
I don't be seeing.
Family can't make it. When my family came, my cousins can't make it. They buy a ticket to support and be
One of
like,
your
don't
cousins
make it.
sorry the other day when I called you too.
That was
I said,
Tina.
Tiffany got secretary now. She done made it big time. I said, she done,
That
and
was my
she
cousin
had Tiffany's phone. I said, oh man, she got a secretary now. I cracked up. She said, this is her cousin. I cracked up. But that's the thing.
Tina.
Like I think when you say people don't support you, your family don't support you, you are the problem. You are the problem. If they're not supporting you, because my family, hell and how wide they coming, they gonna share, they gonna do something. If they can't come, it's gonna be out there. I don't know what y'all be doing. But it's gonna bring me pleasure to see y'all businesses do well, but y'all stop complaining about what's not going on.
Earlier about helping people is a part of pleasure for you. So I would have to agree to that too, because I've almost always had a job where I was helping people and I was happy. Like I was happy in that job. Anytime that I felt like I couldn't help somebody in my position, I gotta go. Um, I
Yeah,
don't mean to call this company. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna call them by name, but our energy source here in the city, I worked there for like 2 seconds because I felt like I could not, like we was always saying no to people. And I'm like, this is this is fucking with my like emotions, literally.
like
Like, how am I cannot do this
I can't help
day in
you.
and day out.
I keep telling you, no, I can't help you out. What are you talking about? What is going on?
Like where they would call and try to get an extension, but they already got a brown bill. Like, can't give them no extension if they already got a brown bill and they would be on a fixed income. It's dead smack in the middle of winter. And they'll say that they won't cut you off. But yeah, they will.
Because
If it
yeah,
ain't a certain degree, they will cut you off. And like my little heart couldn't take
and
it.
that's all the kind of jobs I do. Like right now, I work in a doctor's office, so of course I'm helping people out in that way. I definitely love helping them, and I'm also, I'm a bartender on the side, and that job right there brings me all kind of pleasure, because I didn't been a therapist and I ain't certified at that part. I've been somebody's therapist at the bar. Like I done made so many friends. They be telling me their whole life story, and I just be interested to listen while I'm making somebody else some drinks the next in line. Because the line's long, I'm be like, step right here. We gonna talk. We gonna keep talking, but I'm gonna make your drinks too. I'm talking to you and listen to you. I done been a therapist and everything. It's bartending. Listen, bartending by far has been one of the most interesting because I bartend weddings and stuff. I don't really do clubs. I bartend weddings and events and Churchill Downs and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
you meet some different people, and it's amazing, because I'm helping them soothe any kind of pain they may have or just feel good. It is definitely help. The bar, the bar is definitely helping because I'm doing my good deed. Some girl came up to me one time. She was like, "I don't know anyone at this wedding. I'm just gonna stand up here with you. Come on, girl, you can be my friend. What's up? Just stand right here with me." She kept coming to the bar and talking to me because she didn't know nobody else. I'm like, come on. So that definitely being a customer service rep in any form of fashion or any type of it's definitely pleasurable. I hate telling people no. I used to hate telling people no in my life, and I realized I have to say no to the people around me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't say all the time. I had to figure that out too. That I had to use the word no.
And
Um,
mean it.
yeah, no. Um, or if I don't reply back to you in 2 days, just know that I'm saying no, and I'm trying to be nice about the no. That no, because my mama started telling me no, so I'm learning. She just now started telling me no. I'm 35, and I'm just yeah, I'm a little rotten. Okay, don't judge me. But yeah, that I find pleasure in telling people no now. Because first I was like a yes person, a nice person. I'm like, I gotta be. I can still be nice and say no. Fuck you. I won't help you.
Yeah.
That's where you been at all my life. Like I treat people. It's supposed to be treat people how you want to be treated.
Treat
I
people how
be
they
treat.
should be treated.
I treat people how they treat me because I'm not gonna give you no better treatment than you gonna give me. Like we're not gonna. If you want to play games, I'm gonna
Exactly.
treat
You
you
treat people
like I'm not
how
gonna
they deserve it, based
like
off of
like
how
me.
they treat you.
We good. Like nope. We not treat people how they do. It's a new golden rule. Don't give nobody no pleasure of treating you no kind of way, and you just being nice.
Mm-hmm.
Kill them with kindness you're supposed to, but I'm gonna kill you with other stuff.
With
Not
other
literally kill.
stuff.
Let me not say it on Facebook. Facebook be like, you said what? Facebook blocks me for everything now. So listen,
So
back to this. Go ahead.
I
What you
was
about to
about
say?
to, I was about to say, I was gonna come back to the pleasure part of it all because there's so many different um, topics, right? Or so many different things that can encompass pleasure for different people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the reason why, when I answered earlier, I said on the sex side of things, you know, or intimate side of things, like intimacy and sex is top of the list when it comes to that, obviously.
Yep. And just so y'all remember, sex is intimacy, but all intimacy is not sex. Sex is always intimacy, but all intimacy is not sex. That's how y'all remember that.
Yeah. So I was we a few weeks ago we did the aphrodisiac forum. Me and Lyric did. It's called Beyond the Bliss, the aphrodisiac forum, and the purpose of that was to focus on intimacy from a male's perspective. And we're gonna keep doing that until we feel like it don't need to be done no more. But we're gonna keep on pulling these guys in to try to get their feedback, get them to pay, so that we can not only learn from them and how they think, but also try to get them to learn and understand what we as feminine individuals and as women want and need when it comes to intimacy, and what we expect or what we mean when we say that we're missing the intimacy or the intimacy is missing or whatever. So we're gonna keep pushing that agenda because it's definitely needed.
Yep.
But the different
Yep.
levels of pleasure it's a beast. So when it comes to intimacy, there's like seven, remember correctly, seven levels or seven aspects of intimacy. I'm pulling up my notes because it's a lot of stuff that go on in this brain of her.
Lot on the brain.
Seven levels of intimacy, and I'm not gonna go into each and every one of them. I'm gonna just list them, and y'all can do your own research on that, especially you guys. Emotional intimacy, social intimacy, intellectual intimacy, recreational, spiritual, aesthetic, and sexual. So do with that as you will.
They are all.
If yo
They all
is complaining about intimacy, do your research. Ask questions. Don't be scared. Don't let your ego get in the way or none of that. Like, be open and learning and figure out what your partner needs so that you both can be fulfilled.
Along with that, fellas, since she's speaking of fellas, we're gonna talk to the guys for just a second. Learn. So when it comes to them forms of intimacy, learn your partner's love language as well. The love language goes well with you figuring out which way to show different ways to show your partner that intimacy. If your partner's physical touch, being intimate may be something simply as cuddling with your partner. Something is when you're out in public holding your partner's hand. Your partner may be, and that's intimate to your partner. Your partner may be lacking that in the relationship. And it's something as simple as you just hold her hand when y'all walking. Or she may want you to wrap your arms around it while while you watching over the water or whatever. So what's up? So that goes along. My bad. He walked in the room, y'all. Everybody say hi, sheesh now. but that love language and he's goofy. I don't know. They the comedian.
But we don't date, we go together. White people date.
Oh, we go together. My bad. We don't date, we go together.
White people date, we go together. Okay. About that on the next episode.
We don't date, we go together. Yeah. My bad. But yeah, along
I'm
with that.
tuning in for that because I need to know the difference.
What
I said I'm definitely tuning into that because I need to know the difference from the male perspective.
White people date, white people have sex.
Black people
go together and fuck.
Go together and they fuck.
Okay, black people go together and fuck. Listen, you never know what's gonna happen when you tuning into the show, and he always makes a cameo somewhere. I don't know when.
I was cooking.
I don't know where. But
I was cooking dinner.
But he was cooking dinner. That's intimate for me. If he cooks me dinner. Okay. Intimate. Listen, he knows the way to my heart is to cook me dinner. Listen, I'm dead serious. So that is definitely a way, and when I'm in the kitchen cooking, he comes in there and cooks with me, apparently, because I can't cook by myself, so that we get intimate that way.
I'm just helping you cook,
You just helping me cook?
Yeah.
He can't stay out the kitchen. Bump that. So, what was I saying? You made me forget what I was saying.
Good. That's what I'm supposed to do.
Tiffany, finish what you were saying.
I'm sorry.
Just talk about the levels of intimacy and how you just need to listen to your partner. Like, I don't know how any other way to say it, but there are.
Bro.
What's up? What up?
I gotta get my food. I gotta get my food.
My bad, y'all. I got distracted. But back to the principles of pleasure. That's so funny that I didn't even, when I named the expo, the principles of pleasure, I didn't even think at all about Sigmund Freud and his philosophies and psychoanalogies and all of that. But I mean,
I was over. Listen, I was
divine timing, right? Like,
listen, I had to use the bathroom while I was holding it, but then he come in here making me laugh, and that didn't work out.
oh my God.
It didn't work out for me because it ruined it. I'm like, I'm sitting there fine, and I gotta laugh. Now I can't listen. But I know what I was saying too with the whole intimacy thing, the love languages. Learn the partner's love language. Take the test together. Figure out what both of y'all love languages are. Because although, like, say my love language is gifts giving, I can give my partner gifts, but if that's not their love language, then it won't be received in a way that I expect it to be received.
Right.
So I can still give those gifts, but I can't expect that to be something that my partner is excited about if they're not into if they're not into receiving gifts. You know, they may be something else. But those are ways to learn how to do intimate things. Quality time is a lot of people's love language. So something as simple as watching a movie together, cuddling together, hell, taking quizzes together or something, doing homework together. Things like that could be intimate for your partner because that's their love language.
Yes.
And so you have
to also about the love languages quiz or test, don't just take it once because they change.
Yes, people
whatever
change.
State or state of your relationship that you're in, even when you're single, because I took it when I was single, and when I started dating somebody, I took it again. We took it together, and then about 3-4 months later, we took it together again. So through those 3 different times of me taking it, I watched my love languages shift, and it went from my biggest thing was words of affirmation, acts of service, and then gifts, and then the other shit was just lower. So when I started talking to him, it changed to quality time, quality time, acts of service, and gifts. I think I had 2. Like one was tied with gifts.
What she means to say is that at first she didn't want to be bothered with nobody. Now she wants to be bothered with somebody.
Wait a minute, I haven't even gotten to the third one yet.
Yeah.
3 months into us talking and dating or whatever, it went quality time, physical touch, quality time, acts of service, and then so on and so forth.
And what's crazy because
literally shifted.
Then you in your last situation to now, the fact that them are even your top love languages says a lot about this person, says a lot because y'all see she didn't want to be bothered at first. Now she ready to be up under you and she ready to be bothered. She wasn't like that with see how things change. People do bring out different things in you because a lot of people are like that. Sometimes you with somebody who you like, I really don't care to be bothered with you right now. I need my space. Now you like, where you at? Come on, lay with me. Where are you going? Different people bring. And so yeah, definitely take that test over. Take it, make it a thing, make it a date night. Where y'all sit down, set a table, talk to each other over dinner, take the test, kind of talk about y'all results together. Because when you are in a relationship, y'all should sit down and talk. Make sure y'all set aside time for these talks every so often, just to kind of see where y'all are, how y'all feeling. I know y'all talk to y'all mates every day, but really sit down and be like, how you feeling about this? Where you at? Where your mental at? Where you're going? You know what I'm saying? Really sit down and take the time. Your goals change. You still on track to do this. Really take that time out because those conversations are very important when you're in relationships. Because we change every day as women. Like we change all the time. We might, check on. And men definitely, and men are not as vocal as women, and they don't mention the different changes and things like that. So check in with your mate. Make it a check-in date. Make sure some dates y'all just go out and have fun, but then set aside those times for those check-in dates where y'all really trying to figure it out. Because I've heard those help a lot in relationships. I've seen it help, especially in marriages when you get married with people. Heard people have these talks all the time where they sit down and they go through, what's up, where we doing, where we at, you happy, you good, what would you change? Things like that without having the arguments,
Yeah, you have to have open communication and respectful open communication.
You heard that word?
You got to understand how your partner receives information, and what's the best time for them to receive that information, because you can't come in trying to talk to your mate during fucking Monday Night Football. What? No.
That's rude.
Like, they're not gonna be receptive to that at all. Like,
that
if
is
they're at work, they not. Who's doing this at work?
that is true.
Whatever. So you got to understand that too, and that's crazy, because one of our mutual friends, who we both know through your best friend, my cousin, taught me that. Like, I was listening to her one day talk about her and her husband and how she had to realize how to portray a message to him, like get it through to him. And she discussed how she had to learn when he's more receptive to understanding and retaining information from her and her needs and what's going on.
Listen,
and I was like, damn, I never thought about that.
I tell my friends all the time, she's a Gemini, I'm a Pisces, so our communicating styles are like night and day. We communicate so many different ways. So we had to come to a way that we had to figure out which way is best for each of us to communicate. But I also know now when to talk to when it's time, when we really need to talk about something, I know when to talk to him. Or when to bring it up, because I know when he's here or when he's here. And when he's here, you gotta catch him when he's here. Make sure he got his medicine in him, his good medicine. And he's that's when I can talk to my sister too. Yeah, I learned when not to talk to my peoples when they on their good stuff. Let them get it in their system first. Make sure it's the good stuff. Then have a conversation. Because any other time, because I move, I know that the way I can talk real fast, and my brain moves faster than everybody else's. So I gotta let everybody else calm down before they hear what I'm giving them. But knowing your partner communication style is very important, because a lot of people ask me, they ask us questions about how to tell your partner something. At the end of the day, you know your partner better than I do. You're going to know how to tell your partner something better than I am. You have to find a way to relay it in the way that they understand. Mm-hmm. Some people, you got to tell them straight up. Look here, bitch. Some people, you got to tell them, well, hey, babe, you got to know who your partner is. Some of them
know if they need their ego stroked.
Yep.
Or if you have to talk to them like a baby.
Don't call them by their government name if it's a serious conversation, if that's not what you usually call them, because that's a red flag. Right. Call them baby, honey. Yeah, if your partner needs to be babied up and all of that stuff. You know your partner better. You just have to pay attention to it. And don't ask your partner this, because typically your partner will tell you something, but this is something you have to observe by going through the motions with your partner and figuring it out, because, that's intimacy, figuring out your partner. Those communication styles will help you figure out your partner, and they'll bring you all closer, make you all more intimate. Intimate means close, Y'all can do it. I have faith in y'all. We done gave y'all kind of tips for free. Damn.
For real.
That means we love y'all, because that was some free juice. But listen, before we go, because we've been on almost an hour, I need y'all to do a couple things. I need y'all to, one, go buy y'all tickets to the expo. www.sensualblisslife.com. Y'all know if I type it in there, it just pops up on my phone. It means I've been to the website too many times. Gotta go.
Not central, sensual. SENSUAL, blisslife.com. Or you can type in the Principles of Pleasure Expo on Eventbrite.
Yes.
And if you're watching on Facebook, you can go to the events on Facebook, and it'll take you directly to the ticket link. So you have 3 ways.
Please get those tickets. It's November 19th through the 20th. Bedroom Bliss will be happening during that weekend.
Okay, lady.
19th.
Huh?
November 19th.
Saturday night. Make sure
Yeah.
you listen. We're gonna have classes. We're gonna have seminars. We'll have entertainment. Plenty of boost things for you to buy. I'm pretty sure people have deals while you're there. I'm gonna have my toys out. Tiffany gonna have the toys, the lingerie, everything. Ain't no telling what else she gonna have on the table. I don't know. She might give you a deal on your eyebrow. All I know.
Might
I
have
don't
a
know.
giraffe. Might have a giraffe. No.
She might have a giraffe. I don't know what she does. We don't know what Tiffany does. We don't know. It's
Be a sexy giraffe.
it might be a sexy giraffe. I don't know. It's Tiffany. We don't know. We just gonna let it happen. Whatever happens there, we're gonna see. Okay.
What happens at the expo?
He's at the expo. Listen, if y'all have any if y'all media, there's media on there. Get y'all media passes.
Yes.
Get y'all tables. Set up y'all tables. Come and sell some stuff. Learn, get in these classes and everything. The classes are mostly free, unless you can always donate to the people who are hosting these classes. You can always donate to them for the knowledge that they're going to be giving. I'm giving y'all a self-pleasure class. I'm going to teach y'all how to self-pleasure on a different level. From the regular laying in your bed, just self-pleasure. I'm going to teach y'all some things. We're going to go. Tiffany going to give y'all everything that y'all need. I'm trying to convince her to add class, but I don't know if we got needs for it. But I'm trying. We're going to pray about that class.
We're working on that. We're gonna
see if it happens. If y'all see us in there with ice on the knees, y'all know the class happened. Okay?
The class was lit. Nah.
Right. That's what ice stuff and knee pads on. You know what that is. I'm trying to get her to do the good knees challenge too. And then look, we're gonna do the good knees challenge. You got them good knees. She's got good knees, y'all. Anyway. Make sure y'all get those tickets. I can't say enough. Get the damn tickets.
Yes, get the tickets. SensualBlissLife.com. Eventbrite.com.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Go to Tiffany shop and get your tickets at this point. Listen. Everywhere. You get
all digital tickets. Except
all digital. But you never know. Listen, if y'all convince Tiffany, she might raffle off some of her services or something. Y'all never know.
How much are they?
No, I don't know. Tiffany does everything. She has a lot of services. Who knows?
Tip of our trade.
Yeah, she like
how much are the tickets?
She can wax you. She can do your hair.
Expo tickets start at $40.
It started at $40.
I need this wax.
Starts at $75. What?
You wax? Do you wax chest hair? You do. She waxes chest hair.
I do full body wax.
I meant to tell you, I pray for you every day that you have to wax vaginas. Okay. I pray for you every day. I ain't pretty, and
Barbies.
And I pray for you for the men too, because although some of them be musty, I'm just pray. I pray for you. You are a great soul.
They the worst ones when it comes to being sensitive.
Who, the men?
Mm-hmm. They cry the most.
Oh, poor babies. Get it waxed up.
Actually cry, but you know what I'm saying.
The girls don't be wanting all that hair and they little nose tickling them while they trying to get to y'all balls. So go see Tiffany.
Yes.
Go get your eyebrows done. Y'all see, I need some eyebrows. I need to go. My cousin told me the other day I don't got none. I really don't, so I need to come and see you so I can get some eyebrows.
You gotta draw them on, baby.
I draw on my eyebrows. I do. Get y'all lashes. Tiffany does everything. She makes stuff. She makes oil. I
don't make shit.
You probably make clothes.
I have contractors for that.
You sew clothes too? I know you do. You make clothes too, though. You're a designer.
Oh my gosh. I do screen prints for Sensual Bliss.
And she does
Bliss, self-love, sensual quotes.
She makes
stuff on screen.
She makes flyers.
I do make flyers.
She does everything.
Creator.
Ask Tiffany first.
Yes.
Tiffany's probably gonna have
something like a plug. If I don't do it, I know somebody who do.
Yeah, if y'all need toys, look, me and Tiffany got toys. If I ain't got it, she got it. We gonna find it. Neither one of us got it.
Speaking of, I might need to buy some roses from you. How many you got?
Man, why you gonna act like that on in public?
Because I can't keep them in. I'm sick of it.
I'm sold out. I'm sold out of both kinds right now. I gotta order me some more. I'm getting the stuff for the expo together now. I gotta get a whole bunch.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part because I got like events this month. I got 2 this week. I got one tomorrow, one Saturday, and then I need to take a break from doing events so that I can. I got a box in today.
Yeah,
But
I'm at the go sit down. I'm gonna strategically figure out what I'm gonna order. You know, it's always a strategy to figure out what I really want. I know I'm getting the roses, but you know, I gotta figure out everything else.
yeah, them roses
Yeah,
are me out. Y'all
selling toys,
burn me out.
it's fun, but it's stressful. Listen, to sell toys is stressful because then you gotta figure out how I'm gonna sell this. Because here's what happens for me. I don't know what happens for Tiffany. If I don't sell something, it ends up in my inventory of my stuff that I use. I'm sick of I'm sick that I got so many toys. Like, and it's
Listen, all of my demos I had to like thoroughly clean when I was supposed to go overseas. I was like, well, because I didn't restock on shit. What I had was what I had. If I had more than the demo, then I kept it obviously. But when I didn't go overseas, I was like, damn, now I gotta order some more fucking demos because now they in my inventory.
because especially if I get down to one, well, guess I got to use this now. Then had it for a week. Look, I had it for just a week. Well, can't he be like, what are you doing? Trying another toy. I don't know. I just
gotta test it out.
It was kind of my name in the package. I mean, I don't know. Like, see, this is the problem with selling toys. We get high on our own supply sometimes. Yes. We are the worst kind, but it's a good high.
Box.
It's a good high. At least we ain't spend $1,000 on the toy.
No.
But yeah, I'm gonna let you know if I'm gonna have some more soon. But I'm at to order some roses anyway. I gotta get that.
Yeah, the last vendor I used, the one that we share, had a bad experience. They had to refund me nice little amount of my money.
The one that does 2 to 4 days?
Yes.
Oh Lord.
I only got 5 of what I ordered, and one of them wasn't even the right color. So technically, I only got 4.
So y'all see what we go through with toys? This is what we gotta go through to pleasure the world, to make sure we pass out pleasure. We're gonna talk. I'm gonna check my stuff and see. I got a new one for you. I'm gonna check her out.
Yeah, I was it's this one that I want to try out, especially since they got the gawk the gawk 3000.
Oh, listen, y'all hearing all this. Remind me to show you this toy this girl sent me, asked me if I had. It's very different. Very, very different.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have to show it to me.
I sent you the picture she sent me, and I was like, oh, she's one of my buyers, and she be buying random shit, and I'd be like, dog, what is this? She's one. She gives me ideas. So yeah, make sure y'all buy some toys. Tune in.
That's Ashley.
Huh?
Ashley, she be finding or come across here. She be like, "You seen this? Can you get this? I can get anything." That's one thing. I can get any motherfucking thing. Like,
I tell them I can get anything except if they don't want to wholesale. If it's something that they don't want to wholesale, I'm not gonna buy it. Because some of them vendors got them. I have to reach out to them and ask them and email them and see if they want to. Some of them, like I try to get the hammer, but they really wasn't wholesaling yet.
That does not interest me at all.
Well, a couple people wanted it from me. I didn't want to enter. They wanted it, so I was like, I can try to get it. But they wrote me back and they're like, they're not wholesaling it this time. I didn't want the hammer. They wanted the hammer. I don't want to be hammered like that. Like,
hey. Well, depending on what the MOQ was, like, it's always a workaround, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I wrote they in Switzerland right now. They hadn't really, it just came out, so they hadn't really got, I hit them at the beginning. I don't think they was ready for it.
I was like, when they first sent it to me, my vendor first sent it to me, I was like, no fucking thanks. No thanks. They don't even look appealing. Yeah, to each his own, right?
If y'all want to try the hammer, but
I got a vendor for it, but I'm not keeping it in stock Just
Yeah,
know
see, that was the
you're gonna pay for the full order if you want me to order just that one off. You're gonna pay for the full order.
See, I was getting it directly from the people who had the hammer. I hadn't hit up no vendors. I only tried it once, and I was like, "Huh, I'll wait." And then I never looked
the manufacturer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna hit. I hit them up, and I was like, "This is when it first came out," and it was like they gave me somebody's number. I tried to call it, and I was like, "You know what? At this point, whatever. You're either gonna wholesale it or you're not. I got time. The hammer is just the hammer. Nobody ever asked me for it again after I told them no. So,
right,
yeah, y'all be okay.
No,
Don't get the hammer. Y'all done heard all this. Y'all gonna listen. If y'all listening on the podcast part, y'all gonna hear everything. You know I don't edit our conversations. Y'all heard what we go through, the stress levels we go through, and everything. This is what we do, and I like to include y'all in this. Thank y'all for tuning in to NeNe at Night. Thank you, Tiffany, for coming. I'm excited about the expo, y'all.
November
19th
and 20th.
Buy tickets. Buy tickets. I'm gonna post it on the page. It's go time. Y'all might see. Y'all gonna get tired of me posting the expo, but whatever. Who cares?
Buy tickets.
It's go time or no time. Make sure y'all share it when y'all see it posted.